What is Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Uchi, 3 long face, skinny body, and we are back. Still black with some more fire Boruto manga related content. You already know the deal. Before we get in the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Smash that like button with your friends. Let's hop to the business because we got a lot to discuss. Yes, sir.
9 mountains and 8 seas make 1 world. 1,000 worlds make 1 chiliocosm. 1 chiliocosm to the power of 3. And there's nothing I can't cut.
Okay, so there's actually a lot. First things first, it's my birthday. As of the recording of this video, not when y'all see it. So June 3rd, I decided to go ahead and record on my birthday right quick because I wanted to get it out the way. Aside from that, yeah, happy birthday, thank you, I appreciate it. But aside from that, I'm kind of like, I'm gonna revert back on the channel. Now, those of y'all know, y'all remember, well, this isn't the OG setup, but y'all know the OG, Wado Ichi emoji, Black Uchiha's wonderful face, but, I'm gonna just start throwing in edits like these and every now and then, you feel me? Just to keep it shaking, but essentially, I think we're gonna revert back. Now, I never really took away because I do, reaction videos every now and then. I might hop on camera every now and then, but like, I think we're gonna revert back to having these be like the main videos, and then my fully edited videos will probably just be my spoiler videos. Now, a couple of reasons why, because one, I feel like first of all, I don't feel like it's been that long. It's only been like, not even it's been a couple months since I last showed my face, but it's only been a solid, I think, a year and a half since I reverted to mainly edited videos, meaning not showing my face, because prior to that, it was all face videos, Wado Ichi emoji. Y'all remember, I didn't even have the Wado Ichi emoji. I was like, bro, once I be able to get some more money, I could afford Zoro sword, I'm gonna buy. I had a plastic sword at first. I'm pretty sure like the OGs remember that. You feel me? The Hokage cloak, the Akatsuki always been, y'all peep the OKC drip jersey always been hanging up in the background. You feel me? Shout out Westbrook. And the setup's still here. You feel me? It's still here. It ain't going nowhere. But in terms of like retention, and I'm gonna just get this out the way real quick because I'm trying to talk about my guy MoMoshiki's, I know that. But in terms of like retention, just like how people receive the video, and then also I want y'all to attach the face to the name because it's just crazy. I felt like I never really did like I always felt like I put my face out there. Like I wasn't really want to be like, oh, what do Black Uchi look like? You know what I'm saying? So niggas really be like, oh, this really, yeah, nigga, this is what I look like. You feel me? Black Uchi is in the name, bro. But that aside, I think this will allow me to be more consistent with you guys if I have actual face videos just hanging in my camera rolls 24/7. I'm like, all right, let me get this out the way, as opposed to like voice recordings, going back over them, seeing which ones I labeled and stuff like that. So I think this will allow me to post more throughout the week. Also attach the face to the, a face to the channel. And I don't know, I think it's a better little I don't know, maybe engagement wise. Maybe something told me like, yeah, let's revert back. Not necessarily revert back, but like, because we've been growing, you know what I'm saying? But let's take some of the things that essentially made Black Uchi and just keep it as that. You feel me? Let's not switch up for the industry. No friends in the industry type shit. You feel me? But all that aside, like, I've been peeping. Gang's been talking about, I don't even got one on me right now. Do I? Damn, I don't. Chat, I don't. But it be your own Uchihas. I know y'all niggas like, oh, it's too hot for a hoodie, nigga. Yes, you coming from a guy in Houston. I know that. So it be your own Uchiha t-shirt merch dropping soon. I'm telling y'all, I promise you, it's dropping this summer. Matter of fact, fuck that. Probably give me at least 7 days after you watch this video. I don't know the date I'm gonna post this video, but Black Uchiha, it be your own Uchiha's t-shirt merch dropping just for the summer vibes, just for the summer heads. And I've been having so many requests, and I feel like y'all want to hold me at gunpoint if I don't do this. So Black Uchiha, it be your own Uchiha t-shirts coming soon. That aside, facial videos coming back. Let's talk about my guy Momoshiki. You already know the deal, yo. Let's get into the business, right? So we already talked about things in previous videos. My last Kawaki video wasn't necessarily recorded post chapter 22. It was recorded before we got that chapter information and we understood the Boruto versus Jura whole mishap. However, those main points still stand regarding the character Kawaki, right? So shout out to my guy Kido Maki. Those of y'all who are aware of Kido's channel, Big Kido. He's one of the ones who are I don't want to say one of the ones because I think I've only seen a theory like mainly from him. Like he's falling under the umbrella of, Boruto's Jogan could somehow, some way find its way back into the story, find its official manga debut in this current predicament where everybody is thinking either A or B, whether it be Momoshiki pulling back up through Boruto's body or Kawaki showing up fully powered, and somehow, some way, they're going to tag team and jump on this guy, Jura, right? So a whole lot of questions regarding those mishaps. And I'm definitely, like, I didn't really stress the idea myself, but I really, like, I'm not mad at the Jogan idea, and I don't think too many people can be. I think it would be a good way to bring the Jogan back into the story. Honestly, a very interesting way, right? So not too much details, not too many think pieces. Essentially, this is really going to be a quick video, right? Because Momoshiki's long-awaited return is something that is heavily anticipated, right? Everybody wants it to occur. And prior to me even considering the Jogan as implications into this, right, I was mind blown with the thought of, oh, maybe Boruto and Kawaki, this is their time when they first fight Jura together, they jump Jura together, you know, it builds that whole entire dynamic, right? But especially after the events of chapter 22, and I emphasize this, I like the dialogue and the build-up between both Boruto and Jura as a main character and a main villain, something that I think was missing in the story in its past, right? That connection between the villain and the hero of our story, right? Because between Ishiki, Momoshiki, Jigen, you could always argue those are Naruto, Sasuke villains, and even Kawaki villains as opposed to Boruto. Code would be like kind of the first one to kind of really ruffle Boruto's feathers, but you kind of get the gist of where I'm going at, right? With Jura being the really main big bad that is really antagonizing Boruto, right? Aside from Kawaki and his old implications into the story. But with all of that aside, this guy, Momoshiki, right? Boruto already told us earlier on in the chapters when he had the conversation with Kawaki. Momoshiki's been silent. He's been incognito the last 2 years, right? Essentially 3, right? Because even at the time when he decided to pull out the Karma Seal with Sasuke when they were fighting Code, he didn't quote unquote say, you know, it was Momoshiki taking over, but it was a sensation that felt like it. Reminded him of the feeling, and then on top of that, it felt like he was dying yet alive at the same time. Now, for a fact, because we already seen, just just think about everything that we've been anticipating, like throughout TVV, where's Sasuke? No, even before that, how strong is Boruto? What's Boruto going to be doing? Like, how's he going to be like in the time skip? Where's Sasuke, right? Oh, the Mangekyo Sharingan. And me personally, all of these questions have been giving me satisfied answers throughout this TVV run, and I appreciate everything that Ikimo's been doing. Boom, Operation Rescue Sasuke. That's the whole entire point of this timeline. Right now, we're working a very tight rope, according to Kashin Koji, where the only valid future that he sees in Jura's defeat is the future where Sasuke is saved. So that's the timeline that Boruto decided to take, right? So we got that question answered. We've seen the infamous Mangekyo Sharingan chapter. Shout out chapter 21. You already know the queen, right? And then we obviously see Boruto's been dripped out and dragging on the opponent's heads and necks throughout this entire run in these 22 chapters. So all of these things have been getting great answers. So of course, Momoshiki's return is going to have an enormous dynamic entry and an amazing answer for us and those of us asking time and time again, where's Momoshiki? When are we going to see Borushiki pop back up? And I'm telling y'all, it's going to be worth it. I don't know for a fact though, and obviously I wouldn't because I'm not writing the story, but if it will be the time for Momoshiki to pull up versus Jura. But at this current point in the story, what better moment than now? What better moment than it already being established? Boruto has placed himself in a predicament where there is no way, shape, or form that he can come out alive, right? Him being him himself, right? So we have to understand, yes, essentially Boruto and Momoshiki are sharing one body and the same. However, Kashin Koji, and this is something that's been emphasized in endless takes and endless debates, has never emphasized or mentioned Borushiki or Momoshiki once. The only time he showed any inclination of a care of Boruto and his Karma Seal was when Kawaki Karma started to resonate after Boruto laid Kawaki on his ass, right? I don't find it hard to believe, right, that Momoshiki can make a very unexpected debut in this current situation that just left off between both Boruto and Jura. I'm kind of getting the feeling, right, when we first seen Boruto fight Code in part 1, it was cool, it was Gucci, Boruto was doing good, which we've seen in this chapter. It's like, okay, Boruto's holding his own, he's doing better than what we thought. It's looking pretty, like, you know what I'm saying, maybe, right? And then all of a sudden, heart attack happens and Momoshiki pops up. Now, I don't think we're going to get ourselves in a situation where everybody's following along the ideas, right? Oh, Boruto's going to be on the brink of death, and all of a sudden, boom, he disappears. You see the smoke. Oh, it's Momoshiki, right? I don't think, cliche, we've had it at least 2 or 3 times with Boruto just himself in the character, let alone in the anime or shonen genre, right? But I don't find it hard to believe we might see my guy Momoshiki pop up stop time, give a little rhyme, and then then drop a dime, right? So right before Boruto decides to get active, or maybe right before Boruto decides to make his next move, and he probably thinks about it unconsciously, like, damn, the only way I can see is if I just give in, but nah, I can't use the karma. I won't use the karma. I gained all this strength for a reason, and I have to stand 10 toes down. It's not hard to believe that type of thinking falls into Boruto's character. But Momoshiki stopping time prior to Boruto making a move, similar to how we seen in the Boruto versus Code fight, right? They have a talk. Maybe Momoshiki taunts him. Maybe Boruto is like confused. Why have you been quiet all of these years? What's going down? Why has Momoshiki been quiet all of these years? What is Momoshiki waiting for? If he stops time and gives us some dialogue, it's gonna be crazy, right? They have to give us some type of Momoshiki content in a crazy and a grandiose way. So even Momoshiki just popping up, right, and stopping right before Boruto and Jura continues to fight, it has to be something more. He has to give us some type of dialogue, intel, whether it be connected to the Otsutsuki or even the Ten Tails themselves upon his silence or just upon his sudden return out of nowhere. There has to be a reasoning for either one of the two, and we have to have that answer upon his release. And I'm not saying we're going to have to get both, because they're going to have to build things up and let us know as the story goes on. But at the very least, we have to know either one, right? So whether it be why was he silent for the last 3 years, or why did you decide to pop up now, right? And I believe these answers could somehow tie in or coincide to some Otsutsuki lore, deeper Otsutsuki lore, but definitely Ten Tails lore, right? Because we've seen with Kurama, and like these OG Otsutsuki Ten Tails characters, with Kurama, he had some type of recognition towards Jura. He automatically referred to him as the Ten Tails. As we know, Jura is the complete humanoid version of the Ten Tails, right? But he still spoke to him or about him to Himawari with some type of familiarity, right? Whether it be the Ten Tails just automatically has a connection just in general for being a massive ball of chakra, or there's some type of secrets between this Ten Tails and the original Ten Tails that Kurama comes from. There's so many questions in that regard, but there's still gonna be a great way for Momoshiki to come back and implement some type of details that we've been missing into the story, or we've been longing for into the story, that open doorways further down the line. And I believe it could be like, aside from the Jogan, because I already stressed that earlier in the video, aside from the Jogan, I think this could be a way, right? I don't think it's gonna be like brink of death, Momoshiki pops up, but I'm gonna be like, I think it might be more so random and all of a sudden Momoshiki pops up. So Boruto is looking really good. He goes in for another move. Maybe he starts to introduce another hidden secret, or he tries to go for a longer charge Ozuhiko, right? And Momoshiki just interrupts the plan and says, nah, fam, it's not gonna work. You know it's not gonna work. Let me tell you what's going down, and this is why it's going down. Regardless of how, I will tell you for a fact that it will be enormous. It will, because everybody's anticipating it and everybody's been asking for it. So a Borushiki comeback is gonna be crazy, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. But as for like upcoming, Boruto chapter 23, 24, it's like really on some pick your poison, pick your preference type of vibes, And me, I used to be on a who's your favorite Otsutsuki and why is it Momoshiki, type vibes. Momoshiki ain't got nothing against the character. He moves mountains whenever he moves in the story. I can't take that away from the guy. But at the end of the day, the Joker, is big Boruto, big Uzumaki. He's part of Mangekyo gang. All my Uchihas out here. So I might want to see that Jogan. But Momoshiki's return ain't looking too bad, too. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Comment below. It's your boy, Black Uchiha. Holla at your boy. I'm going to holla at y'all. If it's your birthday in the month of June, happy birthday. If you celebrate your birthday as a Gemini, I don't really care to. It's not. But still, in general, happy birthday, all my Geminis. But definitely, happy birthday, all my June babies. You feel me? Shout out to y'all. But big Boruto, big Momoshiki. Let me know how y'all feeling. What are y'all anticipating for an upcoming chapter in Boruto, chapter 23? How y'all feel about it? It's your boy Black Child. Holla at your boy. I'ma holla at y'all, Black Child. Yes, sir. See.